Dinosaurs walked the earth between 245 and 66 million years ago, and you can walk in their millions of years old tracks in central Texas. Hi, I'm Phil Constantine, and we're going to go visit Dinosaur Valley State Park. Non-flying dinosaurs walked the earth between 245 and 66 million years ago, and you can walk in their millions of years old tracks at Dinosaur Valley State Park in central Texas. Hi, I'm Phil Constantine. On this episode of Travels with Phil, we're going to Dinosaur Valley State Park. It's located just northwest of Glen Rose in Somerville County, Texas. It's a 1,500-acre scenic park on the Paluxy River. The land for the park was acquired from private owners around 1968 and opened to the public in 1972, and it's also a national natural landmark. The limestone, sandstones, and mudstones of the area were deposited about 113 million years ago when the area was covered by an ancient sea, and this was the shoreline. Over the last million years or so, these formations have been eroded by the Paluxy River, exposing the tracks. Two side-by-side tracks were noticed around 1908, and at one time some people thought this was evidence of human footprints alongside dinosaurs. Further study, however, showed one set of tracks to be some two-legged dinosaurs and compounded by intentional fake human prints. This is what led to that misunderstanding. Additionally, the first sauropod tracks in the U.S., if not the world, were discovered here in 1938.
I am at Dinosaur Valley National Park. This is the Paluxy River, and right there, hard to see because the previous people who came through here muddied up the water. There you can see a three-toed one, some more. They go off into the distance. Move around a little bit. There's so many little pot marks and things in the rocks here that it would be real easy to miss the real ones, and maybe not miss the real ones, but definitely see other ones. And you can see sort of a track going that way at this spot. Again, there's the start right there. Alright, I'm going to put this on hold for a moment. Alright, I moved over a little bit. And those are much easier to see right over there. Those are big ones. And these were related to Tyrannosaurus.
That's his toe, his claw. Big old claws on that dinosaur. You know what they're using claws for, I guess.
Up here. And how did they make that? Well, they were going through mud. Now there's some other, there's some four-footed ones out here that have different front and rear legs, feet patterns. And there's some others that are two-legged. Back in the 30s, some folks saw some of the prints that were not the normal three-toed or four-toed dinosaurs, and they said, oh look, humans. And so in the 30s, and it sort of lingers today, there was some controversy saying, well, there's human footprints out here as well, so that goes to show all the billions of years and millions of years ago stuff was wrong, or people have been here for millions and billions of years. So I won't get involved in that controversy. I'll just mention that it existed. But there are some good ones.
The tracks in this area were first made famous by a paleontologist named Roland T. Byrd. In 1938, he followed a lead to Glen Rose, Texas. Here he found some of the best preserved specimens in the country. Soon he began the monumental task of excavating some of the better tracks. These tracks are now on display in the American Museum of Natural History.
Did you see this one we just found? This is probably the deepest theropod track that's come out of the park.
We've uncovered a track here that hasn't seen the light of day for 112 million years. I mean, give or take a few million. It's pristine, it's very deep. Well, this thing goes on forever.
And when the photographs, GPS coordinates, and Google Earth files are all combined, the result is this.
I've got hundreds of photographs. I bring all those back here and I'm able to stitch all those photographs together, and we got some great photo mosaics of it. The blue tracks are a small sauropod. These red tracks are a pretty big acrocanthosaur, and you can see this green line and how all of a sudden he goes from here, that's a left foot, right foot, left, and then all of a sudden he turns real hard right here. It really tells quite a story, and it's really important to capture it now before it's gone.
Today you can view two types of tracks in the river: the three-toed tracks of theropods or meat eaters, and the saucer-shaped tracks of sauropods, which were herbivores. The discovery of dinosaur tracks here changed the field of paleontology. Trackways showed that the sauropods moved more slowly, about 2.5 miles per hour, than the speedier theropods, who ran at about 5 miles per hour. The trackways also show that the sauropods traveled in herds. Adults positioned themselves in the flanks and juveniles stayed in the middle, possibly to deter attacks from predators. The 50-ton sauropod stood 92 to 112 feet long, 20 feet high, and 6 feet wide at its shoulders, and its almost 40-foot-long giraffe-like neck was longer than its tail. Its cheekbones were higher than those of sauropods, with small peg teeth for grabbing food, and large nostrils flared at the top of its snout. In fact, these trackways here pretty well proved that, unlike contrary opinions where people thought initially that the large dinosaurs would drag their tails behind them, it is now believed that they carried their tails up in the air. Otherwise, you'd see these long grooves coming along behind the trackways. And since many different trackways have since been found, almost none of them ever had evidence that the larger dinosaurs were dragging their tails on the ground.
Well, this is the Paluxy River again, and this is Dinosaur Valley State Park. Now, I've been told that the dinosaur tracks that are out here are roughly where those people are standing in the river. And I was also told that you're probably not going to be able to see too many of them because it rained yesterday, rained quite a bit, and the river level is up. So all of the tracks that may be out here, which sort of look like that, are underwater. Maybe not too deep underwater, but underwater nonetheless. This is where you come to look. Travels with Phil, back to you.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to make comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the circle with my picture in it in the lower right hand corner of the video. The arrow is pointing at it now. And once you have subscribed, you can be notified of when I have a new video posted by clicking on the bell icon in the description field below the video. Thanks again for watching.